G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to a channel update and some bits and pieces and chit chat and etc. So I hope everyone has been well. Been a little while since I've done an actual channel update, been a couple of weeks or 3 weeks or something, so I thought I'd just touch base with everyone anyway. So I've been hustle and bustle with group builds and a few other dramas and some trolls and just some basic negativity which we don't need, so we all moved on from that now, which is excellent. So before I begin, before I forget, I'll begin with some news. Well, not some news, but just some shout outs. So to all my subscribers, please go and check out a channel called Neil McKay, and congratulations on Neil McKay for his 100 subs for his channel, and very well deserved, Neil, and keep up the fantastic work. Love what you're doing, mate, and here's to another 100,000 more in the future. The second thing I'd like to sort of shout out to is another channel called Brett G. He has been doing a series on some weathering for sort of novices on the M41 Bulldog, the old to me kit. Excellent video series if anyone wants to go and watch that. The second one, which is the third one, which is quite interesting that I found out, is Jamie Rott. Loves building his little 176 scale armour, and I love watching what he does too. It's fantastic. The last one he has just done is his T-34 76 Revell 176 scale Russian tank in the winter whitewash. I think it's the old Matchbox one because it's got the base on there. It looks absolutely fantastic. So Jamie Rott, go and check out his channel and appreciate what this guy does with little kits. Farron Adams, check out his orc bust he got. I'm not much into figures or science fiction and that sort of stuff, but if you want to see a beautiful bit of casting for a really, it's going to look absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for Farron get some painting done on that, because once you see what he's starting with and the finish that I know Farron will get, it's going to look absolutely fantastic. So go and check out Farron Adams' post, his channel about his orc bust. Another channel too, which I'm taking a lot of interest in, is 1/35 scale diorama builds. Now, if you want to know something about building and how things go together, just check out this channel. I just finished watching the Victorian Archways, and the level of detail that they're getting out of these silicone moulds, these plaster moulds, it's so realistic. It's just like building a real house. And if you wanted to build yourself a real 1/35 scale house and you want to learn something, and I mean learn something the way things are done properly, go and check out 1/35 scale diorama builds, and go and check the channel out. There's some magnificent work there. Absolutely fantastic. The other thing I wanted to mention is Joe's T-34 group build. Thanks to everyone who's entered so far and all the thumbs up on it. And a big thanks to Simon Kemp, John Moore, Steve Mottram for organising this build. I can't wait to get stuck into it. I know that most of us are building German captured German T-34s. Yeah, so it's going to be Zashutowski. Yeah, Dobrze and all that stuff. So looking after that. Another channel, a shout out, and I want you to all go and have a look at, is Life After Work. A wonderful chap called Solomon. Have a look at some of the work he's been doing, especially the photo etch log and the work and preparation and the fantastic the way that Solomon set things out. I envy you, Solomon. It's going to look fantastic. There's a 1/200 scale Trumpeter Missouri. It's going to look absolutely fantastic. And the last two I've got here for this week's sort of channel update is there's a young guy called A Scale Models. He's only got about 89 subscribers, and I'm hoping that you guys will take your time to go and have a look at a young fella who's trying to make an effort, and he's always polite and very kind and well mannered on Facebook, YouTube, and I think his work worth you guys going to check out and support him. It's A Scale Models, and the two that impressed me so far is his little video on the 1/72 scale for Jimmy JU87 and the 1/72 scale Airfix Hurricane Starter Kit. Absolutely fantastic work. So good on you, mate. The next one, there's a very, very talented guy that's just come back onto YouTube, and it's Mark Crease. Now, very, very talented. If you want to go and check out some of the work that he's done, I'm so glad he's back. And the most important thing too with us guys is everyone has their ups and downs, and I'm glad Mark's back, looking healthy, looking well. And remember, guys, if there's always someone out there, you know, we've got to think. If you ever need a problem or help, I know my channel, my inbox is always open. If any of you guys want to have a chat about anything at all, feel free to give me a tingle. So that's it for the news. Anyway, so what else has been going on? Well, what's been going on? There's been heaps. There's been group builds coming out of the proverbial backside of the YouTube, and I'm absolutely loving it. You can see the my zero that I've been doing for the Pacific group build that I've sort of been running with the help of John Moore and Steve Mottram. I'm tinkering around now, getting to my last bits and pieces for my final reveal for my Operation Torch Spitfire. I'm just making some foliage, scratch building some pine trees. I picked up a couple of other things off a few channels, and I can't think of the guy's name, but I should have written it down on how to make some palm trees. And because I want to also doing the Gulf War build, the Operation Torch group build in the African Middle East area, which all have palm trees. I'm going to have a go at building some palm trees, as I said before, and once I get it worked out, I'm going to do a couple of videos on it. But it started off, what I'm starting off with is some fake plants. These are bought from Kmart, made with pride in China. I love China. Anyway, starting off with some of these. So this is going to be something different, and I can always see some other different uses for some of this foliage anyway. I've got this up on another channel, so I'll be doing something if it works. I'm not going to do it if I completely balls it up, guys. So that's it. The other thing that I'll be doing, we will be doing a couple of things. How I'm going to use some foam board. But there's another channel if you want to see some good diorama building channels. There's better ones and guys who do a lot better than me. But I'll just do a few things to show you how I sort of get my sort of techniques without going into too much detail. Steve Mottram has beat me to the seatbelt. Sort of like a bit of a demonstration how-to video. But I will do one because I do mine a little bit more different to Steve's. I love what Steve does, it's awesome. But I just do mine a little bit differently because I know we're all different, aren't we? So, yeah. And I do like that, Steve. You've actually got me interested in doing that for videos. I think it'd be, yeah, it's very good. So don't get me wrong, mate. I'm just going to do one, as I spoke to you before, about just on how I sort of stuff ass around using a bit of lead foil and bits and pieces as well. Anyway, we'll get to the section of purchases. Purchases. I I was very fortunate last week to come across a little bit of a sale on Facebook due to an unfortunate circumstance where a model builder collector had passed away. A guy I know was in charge of distributing, selling the kits for his wife. So he put them up on Facebook for sale. He's on the mainland. I'm in Tassie. And anyway, I bought some stuff, and then I've got the armour bug, and I've been trying to get rid of it, but just watching most of the guys on here like building their armour kits, and so I'm sort of got the bug back, which I never thought I'd sort of get interested in building armour that much, but yeah, I'm back. So purchases. Well, I always read and seen and watched you guys everywhere with your talking about Ming Kids, and sort of never ever could afford them because I originally was going to buy a Ming Tusk 2 for Steve Mottram's group build, but it was about $136 Australian here at our local hobby shop. So when this deceased estate came up, I decided to there were some kits come on offer, so I did a trade on some model car kits or sold some model car kits to buy some of these. So I've got some Ming kits. Now I won't do an inbox review on everyone, but I'll just show you the purchases that I've got. My first purchase is and I hope you can all see that. Just let me move here and just check the camera. Yes, you can. Anyway, this is the and it's probably reviews done and builds and stuff done on on YouTube now. But this is the Tyrannosaurus series Ming A39 Tortoise British Heavy Assault Tank. Now I knew they were big, but this box is opened, and but holy jeez, guys. You Brits know how to build a brick, that's for sure. Have a look at the size of that. Beautiful. Couple of days. Take more than a couple of days to build it, I can tell you. But the Ming Tortoise. Always loved this particular tank. Next thing now, all I have to do is find a second-hand Dragon Conqueror to go with it, and then I can probably try to find a second-hand one of those big Russian T10 Joseph Stalin Dozagenia tanks to go with it, and I've got my Pommy Cold War the stuff that I like with the Chieftain, which I'm trying to get hold of the old Tamiya Chieftain kit, but I might be lucky enough to get one of the new tool Chieftain kits with the Berlin camo, the urban camo with all the little squares on it. Makes you think you're living in a madman's house. But there's that one. I also did get hold of ho. Bonjour. He's the French one. Yes, the French main battle tank AMX 30B. I bought this one thinking I could build a Gulf War version out of it, but apparently I can't. A few things were a little bit different on the Gulf War one, but hey, who cares? I can build it either in the three-tone NATO camouflage or the overall olive drab. Gotta get a breath here. So, excellent. So, and a quick look inside the box. Typical, beautiful looking Ming, and with this nice little book and a bit of history and etc. So I got that, and as I said, I bought this, and this was $40. The Tortoise was $40 Australian, and the kits are brand new virtually. The second thing I got. I'm telling you now, boys, I've got this Caterpillar bulldozer that'll be able to push An Arab out of Arabia. Yes, I've got the big D9 armoured bulldozer. It is a cat. It has to be a cat, being D9. I seen this when Bez Beasley was building it. I thought, what a machine. The two versions I can have an Israeli version and I can have a Gulf War version. So fabulous, looking forward to just, you know, this is the Stegosaurus series. I don't know what they're talking about, but look at that. I'm so excited. So really looking forward to this one. Excellent. So yep, normally retails here for close to $200. Second hand, as new. Box is very, very nice, perfect, beautiful. $70. How can you complain about that? Now, the other purchase I got in the military wise in the Ming, I've got Putin's Chariot. Yeah. Yes. It's more like Putin's garden plough or whatever you call it. Putin's rotary hoe. Is the T90 Russian main battle tank with TBS 86 tank dozer. Now, what I'm really excited about this is I didn't realise when I got it, and I paid 40 nickel for this one too, is inside here, and I didn't realise it was until I read it. Light emitting electronic components are provided to replicate the infrared dazzlers. So, in here, I'm not going to pull it apart because I don't want you to have a look at my bits. But in here somewhere is a little light emitting electronic part. How cool is that? And just by the look of these parts of this kit, I've never seen detail like it's just like, wow, fantastic. So that was my armour purchases, trades and deals. Let me go back here from here. So the other bits of pieces I did pick up, I picked up some second-hand kits. I got the old 148 scale for Jimmy BF109C D, $20 Australian second-hand. Beautiful old kit, but in that price for that we've got the cockpit, a set of aftermarket wheels, and some sort of 110D spanner conversion set. I've been told I'm a bit of a spanner. Bit of a tool. But yeah, everything's all sealed. Look at that, awesome, beautiful. Heaps of markings. Oh, lots of markings. More markings than I expected. Oh, we've got a month left in the Torch Group build, haven't we, John? There's a couple of North African 110s there with a big wasp's face on the front, which should look absolutely fantastic. But yeah, so there's bargains out there, boys. You don't need the newest and beautiful. I mean, look, geez, the Ming Kids. A bloke would never ever be able to afford them if you couldn't get them second hand. So when one man passes his collection on, it helps someone else out, and it just keeps going down the line. Except for me, when I die, I'm just going to get them all buried with me in a 40-foot shipping container or something. But yeah, there's that one. And what I did get also is another Focke-Wulf 190. This is the old Ataki Ari kit. This was a $10 special or $15 special, but it came with these seats, so I've got another seat there for another kit. Conversion set with decals for the A8R11. It's got more guns in it than the state in Texas. Oh, yeah. It's got radar. Have a look at the beautifully moulded resin radar. Yeah, wunderbar. And decals. Wunderbar. So to be a Dummkopf, don't be a Dummkopf and do a good job of them. But yes, it's a nice old kit. What else is in there? Ooh! Boy, oh boy, guys, I've been spoilt on this one. We've got the Airwaves accessories in there for the cockpit and the armour. Very, very spoilt. Some other decals and a set of masks. Tamiya 148s, two versions, the A, F and D. Excellent. So yeah, the bargains are out there to be found. And what else can I ramble on about? Well, not ramble on about, but I'll have to come and show you here a little while ago. I did a review on the crap page, the kit reviews and paint and parts or whatever you want, plastic, poo and all the rest of the gear, and was the Dragon 1/35 scale M50 Super Sherman. Yeah, well, what can I say about this kit? This has taken me to this stage heaps of time, and I mean heaps of time, to the point now where I'm starting to get these individual track links together, and it got to the stage where these have become so monotonous, frustrating, horrible tracks that I was near going to buy an aftermarket set. These tracks are the old style. There's nothing like their magic tracks. They're every track. Oops, every track link has two injector. Take two. Every track link has two injector pin sinkies. Yep, sinkies. You might be lucky 1 in every 10 might have an uppie, but all the rest of it are downies. The attachment points where they are attached on the sprue are here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but their attachment point is here and here. Now when we take these off, we've got to clean the area up. Now what happens here is there should be in real life two pins that run through the tracks, two steel pins, and there is like two little pins you can see on the real track. So while we have these here, we've got to remove them, file them out, we lose that pin. So I'm either have to go through and do 100 and something tracks and drill two pinholes in each one and replace it with stretch sprue, or I just muddy them up. Injector pin marks on the face of every track in us. These here I've got the guide teeth have got very thick points to where they've been moulded. Very, very carefully you've got to remove these from the sprue. If you're not careful, you'll break them in half because of the pressure. So what I do recommend before you do anything is cut this off through here, this off through here, this off through here, or this off through here, to release the pressure. So when you're cutting, you don't push and pull the parts. You know what I mean? They're free enough to jump off the sprue. But this has been so frustrating for me. This has just been an in-betweeny sort of a build. I was going to do a series on it, and thank goodness I haven't, because it still wouldn't be ready by the time Christ returns. They'd be the end of the world, and I'll still be trying to remove injector pin marks out of my tank tracks. I've got a few done. I've got a few done. They're semi-workable, but they're not semi-workable. But I'm slowly working on it. I've got some Vlinden figures coming for the tank crew. I'll persist with these tracks because I wanted to prove that you get good results out of old kits. You probably can get a good result out of this one. It's just you're not going to have much hair left, and you might end up smoking 40 pack cigarettes and a bottle of whiskey every night while you're doing it. But I'm not going to let it beat me. No, no, indeed. Um, yep. So that construction's done, and I'll keep you guys updated on that as we go. Yep, just a little side build that I was doing for myself in between when I thought I wasn't going to be busy, but it's YouTube, guys, and when aren't we not busy with group builds and everything else like that? So that's about it. I'd just like to say, thank you for all my new subscribers. Thank you to all my old subscribers. You know, just remember, guys, speak up, stay chatty. If something's got you down, don't be afraid to ask a friend, to ask any of us. It'd be it's very hard being a blokey thing to talk about, but speak up, stay chatty. Also, I'm glad John Moore is feeling better. He had a little bit of a heart problem and a bit of a pain in the shoulder, but as I put on his post, it was probably due to him carrying all the heavy bribes in he took for the judges for winning 3 trophies at the local model competition. So I'd say he's just pulled a muscle carrying all that cash in. But until next time, guys, be safe, model hard, love each other, speak up, stay chatty, and with a little bit of help and a bit of effort, you can get a good result out of an old kit. But until next time, catch us.